Hey, you might be maidenless, but Ranni the Witch is a waifu that you never thought you would ever want. Let's get into it. What's good, y'all? My name is Chris. I've played up to 200 hours of Elden Ring, and I just wanted to share some lore with you guys. Now, obviously, this is just lore and speculation based off of my own playthrough and other things that I've watched and seen, so obviously, it's up to your interpretation as well. So off bat, Ranni's father is Radagon, and her mother is Rennala, Queen of the Full Moon. And unlike her brother Radahn that worships the Golden Order, Ranni worships the full moon just like her mother. Now, when Queen Marika had plans for Ranni to take over the throne when she was gone, obviously Ranni did not like that idea. So she decided to take matters into her own hands and ended up killing herself. Also too, I guess I should point out the Elden Ring is made out of a bunch of different runes. And each great rune represents something within the world, like life and death. And Ranni knew since she was a demigod, she couldn't really die. Well, in a traditional sense anyway. She knew she needed a piece of the death rune to kill herself, but it came with some stipulations. Now, the way the death rune works, it takes away your body and your spirit. But Ranni wanted to stay alive in spirit form, so she needed someone else to take the death of the body and not the spirit. So she had Queen Marika's son killed, which only had a body without a soul. Whereas when she killed herself, she actually got to keep her spirit, but her body died. Hey, I know that sounds confusing, but just roll with it. Then she put a spirit in a doll that was in the likeness of her teacher back when she was younger. Hence why she looks like that. Now, Ranni also had companions, one being Blythe, the Wolfman. He was given to her to protect her at a young age by the Golden Order. He was considered a shadow, but Ranni considered him more like a stepbrother. And even though Blythe was controlled by the Golden Order, he still wanted to do any and everything he could for Ranni, no matter what her decision was. Once Queen Marika shattered the Elden Ring and the lands between went into chaos, Ranni decided to take action. Because separating her body from Queen Marika and the Golden Lineage wasn't enough, she wanted to take over but in her own way. Which she decides to have you, the Tarnished, and as well as her other comrades to help her on that quest. First, she tasked you into finding the lost city of Nokron, because it holds a special weapon for her to kill her two fingers. And no, not her own two fingers, but two big old creepy fingers. Each one of Queen Marika's as well as Radagon's children have one of these fingers. They have these fingers because the fingers can communicate to their god and as well as keeps them on the path of the Golden Lineage. Hence why Ranni wants to kill hers. But the one big obstacle that you got to pass through is Radahn, as he controls the stars and the pathway to Nokron. But once you beat Radahn and find the weapon in Nokron and give it to Ranni, you end up finding Ranni in a secluded location where she has killed her two fingers. But she doesn't wake up until you give her a ring promising her to be her spouse, aka her husband. Which guarantees you a whole new ending with Ranni as your wife and the Golden Order finished.